along with scheduled thread pool, there is also something called single scheduled thread pool. And basically it uses a single thread to execute, schedule your tasks. Like I said, you can schedule something periodically, the specific delay. So this is not any special kind of pool that we have. So this is same as scheduled thread pool. So and internally it uses scheduled thread pool only with the size of 1. So that's how you are able to get single scheduled thread pool. So to understand the working of single thread scheduled executor, I'll create a class called single thread scheduled executor example. So inside my public static void main, I'll say executors dot new single thread scheduled executor, and I'll assign this to scheduled executor service, and I'll call this as executor. So remember, single thread scheduled executor has only one task executor, that is a single thread executor. And now I'll submit 10 threads into the same executor. And so let's create 10 anonymous threads inside my for loop. And I'll just store the I into a final variable called task ID just to make sure that the variable doesn't get overridden. And so I'll say executor.submit and create anonymous thread, and inside the thread I'll say task ID inside a particular thread started, and then task ID inside the particular thread completed, and in between I'll slip the thread for some seconds just to simulate the real world behavior. So let's do that. So I'm doing the exactly same thing. So system out task ID started, and string.formatted I pass the task ID, and thread.current thread.get name, and I'll do some actual work for a few seconds. So here I'll do it for 2 seconds. So I'll say thread.sleep 2000. It throws an exception, so I'll close this inside a try catch block. And similarly, I'll say system out particular task with the ID has completed. So let me just run this and see what happens. So you can see that this is a single thread scheduled executor. So it executes tasks sequentially. So it has executed task 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can see each task starts, then completes, and then again started, again completed, started, completed, started, completed, and so on. So this goes sequentially, task 0, then task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, because this is a single task, single thread scheduled executor. So it has just one executor which takes care of the 10 threads. Now let's do one more thing. So let's schedule a thread with initial delay 0 and time unit is in seconds. So I'll say system out welcome to, this message comes in the end. So even though I have specified the delay 0, you will understand that this message will appear in the end. That's because this is a single thread scheduled executor, and it executes all the tasks that are submitted in sequence. So all 10 threads that I submitted in the beginning, that would be executed first, and after that the message comes in the end would be printed, because this I submitted in the end. But this would have been different if we had a scheduled thread executor. So let's say instead of single thread scheduled executor, I have a scheduled thread executor here. And I'll say, let's say I'll have 3 schedulers or 3 task executors here. So new scheduled thread pool with size 3. So you can see that 3 activities are being executed in batch. And as soon as the last 2 thread executor were free, it printed the this message comes in the end for me. So let's roll back to the single thread scheduled executor. And we always need to say shut down, or we always need to shut down our executors properly. Usually you would put this in a finally block, but for now, just for the demonstration purpose, I just kept it like that. And I want to change the delay to maybe 20 or maybe 20. And then sometimes we want to make sure that all the tasks that we schedule are executed properly, and for that we need to say executor.await termination. So before the scheduler is shut down, we need to wait for some time for all the scheduled activities to be completed. So I'll show you that why I have written it in the end. And I just changed the delay from 20 to 30 just to make sure that things works as expected. And let's just run it again and see what happens. So this is going to do the same thing that we have seen earlier. So nothing new. After task 9 has been completed, it will print the last message. This message comes in the end, is going to come. Now because I made it to wait 30, it waited for 30 seconds. So let's go back and keep it as 2 seconds only, and it will come fine. So you can just we can just fast forward this. Okay, so this much we understood now. Now what I want to show you is something, I want to schedule something in the beginning of this code. So I'll say executor dot schedule at fixed rate. So, and I'll create an anonymous thread inside it. I'll say schedule in every 0 seconds. Schedule with initial delay 0 in every 2 seconds, and unit is time unit dot seconds. So in every 2 seconds, print this for me. And what to print is welcome to Jstobigdata. So remember, this is a single thread scheduled executor. We are also scheduling something in the fixed rate. And if you see, it printed welcome to Jstobigdata just once, and after that it went on executing the submitted tasks. And then it will print the end message, this message comes in the end, and then it terminated. So actually I had scheduled the first one at a equal interval, right? In every 2 seconds it should print welcome to Jstobigdata, but it just printed only once. And the reason is being that our executor again got shut down because we directly shut it down without waiting for it to complete all the scheduled activities. So for that, what we can do is we'll say executor.wait termination. That means it will wait for 30 seconds before it actually tries to shut down the executor. So let's see what happens. So if I say 30 seconds, that means my 10 threads is going to take 20 seconds, next one is going to 22. So I'll see roughly 5-6 times welcome to Jstobigdata. That's what I should be roughly seeing, right? So yes, you can see that it does print for few times, and then maybe after some time it will shut down because I said wait termination for 30 seconds. So once it reaches line number,
thank you for watching this tutorial. I will see you in the next video. You can put your questions in the comments below.
Messages to be printed out.